ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to take you back to 2001. And as we all know, that was a real hectic time for everybody, especially towards the end of the year uh, in September. Due to the unfortunate events of September 11th, 2001. So right now I'm taking you back when I got cited for a DUI. Now, this is the one and only DUI I've ever had. And throughout this time of my life, I was 21. And I was starting to become like the biggest party animal that I was. I'm not gonna say that I am because I'm 4 years clean, 4 years clean and sober, proud of it. So yeah, during that time it was crazy, man. Um, so man, I still remember the first time I had a beer legally. Um, my 21st birthday, I went to a bar right at 12 a.m. Downtown Tucson. For those of you who are familiar, it was called Shay's Lounge right on 4th Avenue. And man, that was a good time. It was a real good time. That was the first time. That night was actually the first time I tried cocaine as well. Um, I had a bunch of friends that were in the music scene. Um, they were in a live band, um, and we had a bunch of friends, that hung out with us. A lot of girls, man. That was the reason why. I liked hanging out with them guys. I mean, not the only reason. They were cool too, but man, the girls. So, um, did the music scene, whatever. I'd be hitting raves, going to house parties, especially after the bars. We'd be hanging out with girls, just rounding everyone up, going to a house party and keeping the night going. You know what I mean? Pretty crazy. Um, anyway, so I turned 21 on September 1st, 2001. And and then fast forward, a few weeks to 21 days after my 21st birthday. That's when I got the DUI. I was hanging with the day I got my DUI. It was 2:30 in the morning. The day before, it was a Friday. I was hanging out with my buddy Carlos. Fortunately, he passed away. He OD'd from heroin, and so he passed away. That was like 2006. Anyway, so on that Friday, I drove to his house. We smoked a little bit of weed, trying to figure out what to do. So we come up with the idea to hit the strip club, and it wasn't too far from his house. So we hit the strip club. It was called it's called Raiders Reef, aka the boat. It's not the most upscale strip club out there, but one of the things I do remember from that club is this one girl. She and she played a Deftones song, and Deftones is my favorite band. So we were jamming. It was a good night, doing what we do. And while she was on stage, suddenly a cockroach came on the stage as well. It was jamming. It was getting down with her. And all of a sudden, she takes her high heel and just kicks that fool right off the stage. And that was a damn good night. So we were there for, a couple hours. Then we head back to his house. And I think it was probably about 1:30 or so when we get back to his house, 1:30 in the morning. And I decided to head home because I had to work the next morning. So I travel from the east side of Tucson all the way back to the west side. And crazy, man, crazy. So as I'm like 2 blocks away from my house, I see this. It was dark, of course. I see this vehicle approaching fast, just real fast. And all of a sudden I get pulled over. I see the lights. I pull over 2 blocks away from my house. And knowing my luck, it was a DUI van. So he pulls me over because my license plate light was out. And of course, right? So, I mean, from what I remember, I was driving fine. I was driving fine. Obeying all the traffic rules. And so I don't know how that freaking van, ended up right behind me. I live outside at that time. I lived outside downtown, kind of by the West Mountains. If you're familiar with Tucson, I live just west of A Mountain. Nothing but houses out there, so it was kind of weird to see a DUI van in that area. And of course, get pulled over. He's asking if I've been drinking. Actually, first he asked if he knows why he pulled me over, and of course I'm not going to admit anything. But like, yeah, I'm hammered, and my license plate light was out. That's just my guess. No, I didn't tell him any of that. So of course I say no. I don't know why. And he said your license plate light was out. I'm like, okay. Are you willing to do any sobriety tests? And I said, no, man. I'm almost home. I'm trying to go home. I work in the morning. And anyway, so I end up in his van. I didn't do the tests, but I end up, I wanted to get this over with. So the only test I did was I went inside his van, and he did some sort of breathalyzer on me. And he gives me the option. He's basically saying, I could take you to jail. And I thought quick. He's like, he was already getting prepped to take me to jail. And I know my car was going to be impounded. So I'm like, hey, let me call my dad, see if he could come meet me. And I asked him, if I have my dad come meet me, is it all right if he drives me home? Because I didn't want to go to jail. So he's like, yeah, that's fine. So I call my dad. I woke up my dad, told him what's going on. He's like, all right, I'll be there. So he had to walk 2 blocks to the scene. And so I get my paperwork from the cop. And the first thing my dad says is, we'll talk about this in the morning. And if he did, I don't remember that conversation at all. I was just like a party animal during that time of my life, and I don't remember much. I do remember the good times, but yeah, so I got the DUI. I got sentenced to 10 days in jail. 9 of those days were suspended, so I only had to serve 24 hours. I had to pay a $475 fine. I had to attend alcohol counseling. And the last thing I had to do before I got my license reinstated was attend a Mothers Against Drunk Driving class. and that was crazy. Like, that was actually one of the best but deepest classes I've ever been to. There was like a group of guys, or actually say a group of people that had DUIs, and in front of us there was a whole panel of mothers that lost their children due to drunk drivers. So you had to listen to that. That was deep. And thankfully that was the one and only DUI I've ever had. This trips me out, man. 21 days after my 21st birthday. Boom, DUI. Boom, DUI van. Crazy, crazy. But like, one thing I do know is I shouldn't drink alcohol again. I love it, you know. It's great. Feels damn good. I used to like going out, watching boxing and UFC with my dad, drink some beer, and just enjoy the night. Go home, keep the night going, and I was never the guy to just have 1, 2, or maybe 3 beers. You know, I just kept the freaking party going. So, and that would always lead me to the hard shit. You know, coke, meth, heroin. So, and the fact that I can recognize that, you know, I'm proud of it. You know, I'm thankful for it. You don't want me drinking, man. Like, I know for a fact what will happen if I do relapse on alcohol, on anything. You know, I will pick right up where I left off. That will lead me to going in and out of detox, in and out of rehab, in and out of jail, back to prison. That's if I don't die. You know what I mean? So, thank you guys for listening. I really want to get this channel growing. You know, I want to make this a tool to hopefully help anybody, you know. I want to help a sober person that's thinking about having their first drink. You know, I want to help them. I want to educate them as to what can happen, you know, if you have that addictive gene in your body. You know, I really want this to help people. So I've been doing some research as to how to become a better storyteller. And it's just like freestyle rapping, man. You just got to keep practicing. And that's what I want to do. I really want to become a better storyteller. Because I've been through some stuff, man. I've definitely been through some stuff. I do my eBay thing on the side. I resell full time. But I don't want this to be a reselling channel, because there's a crap ton of those, you know. So, yeah, guys, thank you for stopping by, for listening. Let me know what you think down below. You know, hit that like button, subscribe. I'm definitely going to be trying to post content every day. So yeah, let me know what's up. Thank you.